Hi, welcome to Left Turn. And as promised, this is my reaction to the Jacksonville mayoral debate, the only debate that was televised between Alvin Brown and Mike Hogan that was on April the 25th. Today's April 30th. You know, I'll kind of get a little philosophical here. You know, a lot of it is management style, approach, the way the candidate views the community. You know, I vote for the man, not the party, as it comes to local government. But I don't see Mike Hogan as a successful mayor for several reasons. I really think that ideally he would be happier as a congressman. And I ultimately see that as being his role in the future. I think he'll go to Washington. I think eventually, you know, Cliff Stearns isn't going to be a congressman forever. You know, he'll. I don't know. I mean, with incumbency the way it is, maybe he will be. But there's always a chance for Mike Hogan to get into Congress because that's a safe Republican seat. I can vote for the opposing candidate against Cliff Stearns till I'm blue in the face. Cliff Stearns will always be reelected, and that's just the way it is. But it did seem like Mike Hogan is more running for federal office. He almost spoke of Jacksonville like in the third person. He talked about his district. You know, I have a district on the west side who kind of thought that you know West Side wasn't getting the attention that other areas of the city are. And I have just two words for you: damn right, damn right. West Side doesn't. What we need is a candidate. Well, not just a candidate, we need a mayor who will view all of Jacksonville and do what's right for all of Jacksonville and improve all of our neighborhoods, not just one side of town. And yeah, you can bet there are people on the north side, there are people on the west side, there are people in areas of the south side that don't feel that they're getting the city services and getting some of the amenities that other areas, particularly to the east of 9A or along the 9A corridor are getting. You know, I'd like to see the West Side have a nice hospital. I was joking with my friend not that long ago that if anything ever happens, I was hoping that if I do have a health issue, that it happens when I'm at work, because I'm right down the road from a really, really nice hospital. Name one really nice hospital on the west side of Jacksonville, within a decent ambulance driving distance from West 103rd Street. You know, I blame some of the private sector. The market hasn't always given the private sector the reason to really build nice restaurants and really nice malls out this way. You know, if I want something really nice, I drive out to Argyle, go out to Orange Park. And there's some stores, if I really want to really be blinging, I do have to go out to the avenues of the St. John's Town Center. So, you know, you want to see the best for all areas of Jacksonville. And that's just historically the way Jacksonville has been. But I think that Alvin Brown will take us forward. And one point is downtown. You know, I think Mike Hogan will look at everything as a line item, you know, of what can I cut, what can I cut, what can I cut, you know. There's a choice thrown out of, well, you know, if you had to choose between a good library and keeping a fire station, keeping a library, keeping a fire station, that's a false choice. Yeah, you know what? If I elect somebody, they're going to keep the fire stations without closing a single one of them, because a fire station is always a good thing. And libraries need to provide good service, and they all need to be open. No closures. I mean, there are those absurd cases where, you know, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and there's no one in the library. And, you know, I mean, you can look at that and maybe make an argument. But false choice. Again, you know, I don't want my house to burn down. And I also want a decent selection of library books and library services. Wow. Thousands and thousands of dollars I kick into the city's coffers every year. Do I want a mayor who's going to make those kinds of decisions? No, you don't make those kinds of decisions. There's waste, there's fat, and there's good old boy. And waste, fat, and good old boy's got to go. And the libraries and the fire stations will stay if it's done right. And I think that I think that Alvin Brown has the capability to do it, and I'll jump right into downtown. I did a couple little brief videos you can see on my channel on the Skyway Express and one thing I call spatial fix. And, you know, the role that the economy and business play and the role that the Skyway plays in downtown and transportation. And the one thing I'm intrigued by is what Mr. Brown did say about public-private partnership. And ultimately, what's downtown? You know, businesses. And I think that for many years, be they Democrat or Republican, there has been top-down, all right, it's time to redo Hemming Plaza. We're moving the City Hall here. We're going to repave Laura Street. We're going to turn Monroe Street into a one-way. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And I think it all occurs in some sort of bizarre vacuum, I think mostly having to do with whose friend got whose contract, who owns a concrete brick paving business. And, you know, yes, if your friend of a mayor is in the brick paving business, whether the businesses want, need, desire brick being laid out here or there, or fancy lampposts, and, you know, no, we're not going to lamppost and brick pave our way into success downtown. It will take a dialogue between the public and the private companies, between the government and the private companies that actually are trying to get customers. You know, what is downtown? It's a hub of activity, you know, and what do businesses want? They want customers. Now, you know, do I want to go somewhere where it's a hassle? You know, personally, if I became mayor, I would get rid of all the parking meters. It would be so radical the day I took over, but hey, it would be insane. I would totally turn the whole thing upside down because I would be trying to bring customers downtown. And there's plenty, the thing about it is, there's plenty of business to go around for the entire city. And, you know, I think there has to be a level of honesty. You know, also I look at who can be able to go to the city during a crisis or a disaster, like let's say a hurricane. You know, who is at ease communicating? You know, who is the person that has that capability? And that's what I saw in the debate. I think that you know, I'm sure Hogan would be a great Republican congressman. Not that I would vote for him as a Republican congressman, because I vote independent or Democrat when presented with the choice usually. But I don't see it. That's my thoughts on the matter. That's my view on the debate, and I'll from time to time talk a little bit about the upcoming election, and then as the new mayor takes office in July, I'll be carefully following the budget process, and you know, I'll let you know if they close any libraries and close any fire stations. I just hope that, like I said, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars go in the city coffers. And what do I get? Laura Street repaved, and but they want to shut library services down. What's with 103rd Street? What's with my roads out here? I mean, I'm getting potholes on neighborhood roads back here. And it's starting to get worse. I'm having to drive on one side of the road. You know, I just wish that the good old boys that run the city would some of them just wish that for all the money that kicks into some of these good old boys, that it would just filter out to the suburbs a little bit. But hey, what do I know? You know, but seriously though, I think the West Side deserves more. I think downtown deserves more. I think we can do what we want. I think there are hard decisions, but I think those hard decisions are going to in some ways will be somewhat easy, because I think there's certain segments that have been feeding off the local government, trialing off my property tax dollars for quite some time. And you know, it's time to start taking care of the city and stop taking care of other people's little side businesses. Well, that's what I think. And if I don't have your blood boiling by now, I don't know what would do it. And so, you know, by all means, feel free to comment, do a video response, and if you're interested, subscribe to The Left Turn. Videos every Saturday. See you later.